one of the prime writing a comment is using the hash symbol. Okay, using this hash symbol. So using this hash symbol, or other type is writing apostrophe 3 at the end and 3 at the start and 3 at the end. Okay, so I will show you here. So you are doing an addition, you are doing a subtraction program. Okay, so you start the comment like you can write subtraction program for two numbers a comma b, then start the program. B is equal to 122, C is equal to 100, D is equal to B minus C, print of C. See, now I have a doubt. Okay, so in the previous addition program, we took value of B as 23, and here we took the value of B as 122. So why it's giving 100? It may give 23 minus 100 as minus 77 also, right? Sorry, minus 77 also maybe the output, because firstly B is declared as 23. But why we are getting this 100 as output? These questions they will ask you. So in Python, it will be taking only the recent value. So the recent value declared for B is 122. So it's taking 122 into account. Okay. Understood, Monica? Hello.
Yes, sir. Understand.
Okay. So I will be saying each and like in between only I will cover some questions, answers also. So maintain a piece of paper and try to write like a running notes, or even after the class you can see the recording and you can note down. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So another way of mentioning the comments is like this. I showed you, right? So sorry. Just write something. So that's the other way of mentioning comments. Okay. So this is the importance of comments. And then yeah, so if someone asks you what is the importance of comments, you can say like it's the comment is important because many people are dealing with the project. So for a better understanding, mentioning comments is very good in Python, and there are two ways of using comments in Python, which is using a hash symbol, and other way is like using triple quotations at the start and at the end. Okay, so the next concept is, we'll go into the next concept, data types. Okay, this is the most important topic because this will be the base for the remaining topics. So actually in Python there are Python data types can be classified into majorly two types. Okay, they are built-in data types, the second one is user defined data types. Okay, user defined data types. So if someone asks you what are the type of data types or data structures or anything in Python, you can say majorly there are two types of data types in Python, which are classified as built-in data types and user-defined data types. Okay. So what is meant by built-in data types? So built-in data types, like they are the data types which are already built inside the Python. So to have a better understanding, yesterday when I showed you a Python program, So if you take this program to declare these numbers, we are giving int, right? So this is a data type. So in C, it is an user defined data type because user is giving the int data type. But in Python, while doing addition program or subtraction program, have I given any int here? I haven't used any int, right, inside the program. So it's a built-in data type. So built-in data type is nothing but which we don't declare and it is built in already inside the program. And user defined data type is the data type which we declare to use in the program later. So that is the major difference between a built-in data type and user defined data type. So someone asks you what is this difference, you can say like the data types which are already available in the Python language are called as built-in data types, and the data types which are created by the user are called as user defined data types. So that's simple. So built-in data types means they are already available inside they are already available inside Python, and user defined data types is they are declared by the user. So this is the simple understanding of what is built-in data types and what is user defined data types. Now we will see what are the built-in data types available in Python. So coming to built-in data types, we can classify it into 5 types. So the first built-in data type in Python is none type. The next thing is numeric type, and the third one is sequences, and the fourth ones are sets, and the fifth one are mappings. So after knowing what is built-in data types and what are user defined data types, now we will move into type of built-in data types. So in built-in data types, there are 5 types, namely none type, numeric type, sequences, sets, and mappings. Okay. So now we'll discuss about none type. Okay. None type. General English, what is meant by none? None means it does not have any value. Okay. So none type means this data type represents an object that does not contain any value. So it represents an object having no value. So it does not have any value allocated to that particular object. Okay. So to represent this type of objects, when we take Java or C++, we use null. But in Python, we store none to represent any empty object, and this data type, so it's called as a none type data type. Okay. So in Java, it's called null, and here it's called as none type data type. Okay. So this can be used inside a function or when the value is passed or anything. So we will know this once we write starting programs. Okay. So that is the basic understanding of none type. So generally, if someone asks what is none type, it represents an object which is having no value. That means it does not have any value assigned to it. Okay. So that's the none type data type. So other thing is some people call these data types as data structures also. So be aware of the data types are also called as data structures. Okay. So the next thing, the next data type is what? Numeric type. So numeric type. So what is meant by numeric? Numeric is nothing but numbers. So in numbers, what are all numbers available? There are integers, there are floats, there are decimals, etc. Okay. So these numeric type data types are mainly classified into 3 types. They are integers, the next thing is float, and the next thing is complex. So if someone asks you what are the subclassifications of a numeric type of data type, you can say int, float, and complex. Okay. So what is meant by int? So int is nothing but an integer, right? So it's an integer. So generally what are integers? 1, 2, 3, 4, like this numbers, which does not have any decimal point or any fraction or anything, are called as integers. So integer can be a positive value or a negative value. So it can be minus 98 also. So this is also a type of integer. So this is the example of what is integer. Okay. So to tell this more briefly, you can say like the int data type represents an integer. So this integer may be a positive value or a negative value, but it can't be a decimal value. Okay. So it does no. And other point is like there is sorry, how to say, yeah, there is no condition on size. Okay, it can be how much larger number it can be. It can be a number in crores also, like 8 crores is also a integer. So that's the concept of integer. And next, float is nothing but a decimal point value. So floating point numbers, they will tell, right, like 2.54 minus 2.56 to 29.4, like that. So that is a float value, float data type. So float data types represents the floating point numbers. So float is generally a number that is having a decimal value. So a number having a decimal value is float. So a number having decimal value is float. So for this, the examples are like 0.89 minus 9.87, like this. So this is float. So if you take, nowadays some people are representing 2.5E4 also. 2.5E4 also they are representing as an float. So what do you mean by 2.5E4? Okay. So what is 2.5E4 is nothing but 2.5 into 10 to the power of 4. So 10 to the power of 4 is represented as E4. Okay. So yeah, so this is mostly the concept of float. Okay. So everyone, like, they will say like it's float number 0.8 minus 0.4 and they will leave. But you should know these simple concepts also. So 2.5E4 means 2.5 into 10 power 4. Okay. So can you tell me what is 2.5E3? Can you guess?
2.5 into 10 to the power of 3.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, that's it. So if you go to any interview and if they ask what is meant by float, if you say 0.8, 9.7 minus 9.5, like that, so it is normal, right? So to distinguish you between other people, if you say like 2.5E4, then the interview will be impressed. Okay, so these are all simple points only. So we'll go slowly only, no issues. So that's float. Okay. So if you don't understand in between, please stop me. Okay, no problem.
Okay, sir.
So the next thing is complex data type. So complex data type is a data type that is written in the form of an equation. Okay. So like a plus 5j, a plus bj, a plus 3j, 1 minus 5.5j, like that. So complex data type is a data type which is written in the form of an equation. Okay. So that's a complex data type. Okay. So complex data type is a data type which is written in form of plus bj or minus 5 minus 9j, like this. Okay, so
Like real numbers or imaginary numbers,
yeah, in the
complex numbers.
yeah, imaginary numbers, correct. So now you may doubt like if you can do addition for complex data type. Okay, so at the end of the day, why are we learning about data types or anything? To write a program, right? So you- so now I am declaring two complex data types. Okay, so I am taking C1 and C2. So in C1 I am giving 2.5 plus 2.5j. Okay, in C2 I am giving let's say 3.0, like that's 3.0 minus 0.5j, and C3 I am giving C1 plus C2. Sorry, here I have given O, I think, instead of 0. So if you write a thing wrong, you can't re-edit it. Okay, so here I will change the value of C2. .4 minus 0.5j. C3 is equal to C1 plus C2. Print of C3. We are getting 5.5 plus 2j, because 2.5 plus 3 is 5.5 and 2.5 minus 0.5 is 2. Okay. Hello, have you understood this, right? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you understood this complex data type, right?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. So the next thing is sequence data type. Appa. So we have covered till none data type, numeric data type. Next is sequences, sets, and mappings. Okay. Now we will see what is meant by sequences. So coming to that, sequences, actually sequences are general term which are used for an ordered set. Okay. So Python supports 6 type of sequences, which are strings, lists, tuples, byte arrays, and range objects. Okay. So to explain this better, I will tell you with an example only. So actually now I told you, right, like sequence types are list, tuple, range, etc. Right. So each thing is a different topic. Okay. So tuples is a different topic, list is a different topic, range is a different topic. So here we will just know what are the types of sequences and proceed. In the later classes, we will explain them in detail. Okay. So if someone asks you what is sequence, you can say like sequences are are terms which are used for an ordered set. Okay. So the types of sequences in Python are strings, lists, tuples, byte arrays, and range objects. Okay. So sequences, they are terms used ordered types of sequences. Types of sequences in Python are lists, tuples, strings, byte arrays. Okay, so that's the sequences in that the sequence data type in built-in data types in Python. And the next thing is sets in Python. Okay, what do you mean by set? Actually, what is meant by set is a set is an item. Yeah, go ahead.
Collection of unique objects.
Okay, yeah, it's a collection of unique objects. It's a collection of unique objects written within curly brackets. Okay, so it's a collection of unique objects written in curly brackets. And the other thing is sets are unchangeable. Okay, so sets are unchangeable, but we can add or remove items from a set. Okay, so if someone asks you what is meant by set, you can explain like set is one of the data type in Python which is written in curly brackets. Sets are unchangeable, set items are unchangeable, but you can remove items and add items into a set. Okay, so the next thing is set. So you can tell like set, you told right, it is a collection of unique objects. It is a collection of unique objects written curly brackets. Okay, in curly brackets. So do other point is sets are unchanged. Actually, you can say like set items. The items in a set are unchanged, but can be removed and added. Okay. So as you told, it's a collection of it's a collection of unique objects. So a set can be written in the following form. So if you are naming the set as this set is equal to, as I told before, it's written in curly braces, and it's a collection of unique objects. It can be apples. So here I am using the items in the sets are fruits. Okay, so I am giving two types of fruits like apple and banana. So this is the way we can write a set. So if you write this alone, it won't print, right? So in the next line, you should give print of this set. Then it prints the same values and gives you as an output. So this is the way you declare a set. Okay. So other point is set items are unchangeable, right? So they do not allow unchanged, right? So they do not allow duplicate items. They do not allow duplicate items. Duplicate items means repeating items. So if we give apple again, that is becoming a duplicate, right? So in a same set, if you are using two items, it is called as a duplicate. Okay, so duplicates are also not allowed in a Python. Okay, so actually coming to this sets, we can perform a lot of operations in this set. Okay, so this set is apple and banana. So if you want to print the length of the set, the code we use will be print of len of this set. So if you give print of len of this set, it will print the length of that particular set. Okay, so to find the length, what is the keyword used? The keyword used will be len. Okay, so let's see here, we are declaring one set. Okay, opening curly braces, here we are giving apple, other thing we are giving banana. Okay, I have given one single quotation and then double quotation. Okay, so that's there. Sorry. Okay, so if you want to print the length of the set, what is the quotation? What is the, I mean, what is the keyword used? len. So if we give print of len of this set, what it does, it prints the length. Why is giving length 2? Because how many items we have declared in that particular set? We have declared only 2 items, so it's giving the length as 2. Okay, so other thing is, we say like it should contain unique value, but string, sorry, a set should contain unique values, but a set can contain a string, a set can contain a int, a set can contain a boolean value or anything. So inside a set we can give a string, we can give a int value, we can give a boolean value. Boolean value is nothing but true, false, etc. Okay, so we can give a mix of everything also. A set can contain strings, integers, boolean values, everything. So this is the importance of set. Okay, we will discuss about strings and everything later, but to give a brief idea, I will explain here. So string is nothing but if you declare something in single quotes or double quotes in characters like Sita, Ram or anything. So this is a string. Okay, integer means what? 21 or -09. These are integers. Okay, so boolean values. Boolean values means either true or false. Okay, so in this sets, the main condition is like sets can contain strings, int and boolean. Okay, so a set can be declared, so in a for a set we can use only strings, we can use only integers, we can use only booleans, and we can use a mixture of everything also. So if you use only integers and declare a set, we should declare as 10, 9, 99. So this is a set with integers. Okay, so if you want to declare a set with boolean values, this will be the thing. So true or false, true, false, these are the boolean values. Okay, remember. So if you give true, false, this is a boolean value, and end of the day this is also a set. So we can also declare a set like this also: 12, Vamsi, true. So here we are using an integer value, we are using a string, we are using a boolean value. So we are using 3 types of things in a single set. So we can use we can use strings, we can use int, and we can use boolean also, and even we can use a combination of the mentioned three also. So that is one of the importance of set. Okay, so in set, these are the mostly things we do in a set. Okay, so yeah, we will discuss briefly about these sets again once we complete strings, list, boolean, etc. Okay, so at this point this is more than enough. So if someone asks you what is a set, you can say like sets contain a collection of unique objects written in curly braces, and they are unchanged and they don't allow any duplicate items, but they can be removed and added. So these sets can contain strings, can contain integers, can contain boolean values. So boolean values means true or false, and strings means characters which are mentioned inside either double quotations or single quotations, and integers means the values without decimals. So sets can contain either only one type of string or integer or boolean, or a combination of both. So if someone asks what are the operations performed, you can say like simply if we give print of length of set, it prints the length of a particular set which we are declaring. Okay, so this is the importance of sets. Okay, any doubt on sets, Monica?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, then we will go to the next data type. Sequences is completed, right? Sequences is completed and sets are also completed. So I will explain about list, tuples, those everything separately in sequence, which come under sequences. So that we will explain in the next again separately. So now sets is done. So the other thing which is left is what? Mappings, right?
Mappings.
So mappings. So do you have any idea on what is mappings? Hello. Hello. Do you have any idea on mappings?
No, sir, I don't.
Mappings is nothing but storing those values in key value pairs. Okay, key value pairs. So don't get confused. So mappings is storing values in, storing data in key value pairs. Key value. So what is meant by key value pairs is nothing. So we are declaring D. Okay, D is equal to, here also we use curly brackets. Okay, so we are giving 10 is to Vamsi, 23 is to Priya. That means 10 belongs to Vamsi and 23 belongs to Priya. So 10 is a key and Vamsi is a value. So key value pair. So both are linked with each other, right? So that value belongs to that person and 23 value belongs to other person. So this is key value pairs. So these key value pairs are usually separated by a colon. Colon is nothing but this symbol. Okay, and written inside curly braces. Okay, so that's about the mapping data type. And other thing is mapping data type can also be written in another way. So instead of writing D is equal to, okay, I will explain again here. So if we declare something like D is equal to 10 is to Monica. Okay, so D of 10 is equal to, so these both are same, okay, but the declaring type is different, okay. So the 10 is a value key, and the Monica is a value. So these are also key value pairs, and these are two types of declaring key value pairs. They can be declared inside a curly brace, open and closed curly braces by using colon symbol, or they can be given as d of 10 is equal to Monica also, okay. So yeah, so this is about the other built-in data type, which is mappings, okay. So in today's class we have discussed about the 5 major types of built-in data types. So we discussed about what are comments, in how many ways can we write comments, and then we came to data types. We discussed on what are data types, and then we discussed about what is meant by built-in and user-defined data types, the differences between them, and then we discussed about 5 types of data types which are in built-in data types, and then we discussed them briefly, okay. So the next topic will be user defined data types. So as told before, user defined data types are the data types which are to be defined by the user, okay. So these are not available in Python, okay. Sorry, these are not available in Python. These are to be declared by the users. So these user defined data types, we will we will be talking about these in the next I mean in the later chapters briefly, but here we will know about what is user defined data type. So what is user defined data type is like you can say like user defined data types are not available in Python, and user should declare them, okay. So that's like the definition of an user defined data type, okay. So these user defined data types are available in C, Python, Java, and everything, but here we will discuss about user defined data types in Python. So coming to Python, what are user defined data types? They are linked list, stack, queue, tree, graph, etc. So coming to user defined data types, the types of user defined data types are linked list, then stack, then queue, then graph, then hash map, etc. Okay. So actually these are all advanced data types, okay. So no one will teach you in a Python class, because these things are very less used in Python development also, because these data types are mostly used in data science. So what is meant by data science is that day I told you, right? Python with R is data science. So these are mostly used in data science, but I will explain you what is what in the coming sections, okay. So now you are clear about what is built-in data type, user defined data types, and what are those types, right? Or do you have any doubts still here?
Oh, sir. I have it.
You understood, right?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Okay. Yeah. So mostly we are done with these data types, or first topic. Okay. So in the next class, we'll start talking about operators. Okay. Operators means, are you aware of these operators in C language or anything? Do you have any idea on operators?
Sir.
Yeah, hello. Do you have any idea on operators?
Sir.
Okay, nothing. Okay, operator, just I will give a brief idea. Okay. So what is meant by operation? What are the types of operations used in mathematics, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. Right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we have some operators in Python like arithmetic, assignment, relational, logical, Boolean, bitwise operators, etc. And these are very important in Python, because using each operator, we will perform some different operations, and everything we will be representing in type of a program. So this is a very important other important concept, and we will cover it in the next class. Okay, so
Sir, operators means right shift operators, complement operators.
yeah, but those are not the particular type of operators, but that comes under one type of operator only. But in Python we don't use such operators. Yeah, you're saying that operators in Java, right? Hello, can you come again? What operators?
Right shift operators.
Okay, right shift operator. Okay. So those are actually in C language. Like greater than symbol is right shift operator, that thing, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's in Java, and mostly used in JavaScript and then in C language. So here we use arithmetic operator. So arithmetic operator means plus, minus, so division, floor division, percentage, etc. And the next thing is assignment operators, means assigning values. And then we have relational operators where we use greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to, like that. And then we have logical operators. So logical operators means and or not. In electrical subject, you will learn, right, like AND gate, OR gate, NOR gate.
Yes, sir.
So that logic will use. And next boolean values means true or false, right?
True or false.
Yeah, that is one operator. And then we use bitwise operator. So bitwise operator is nothing but binary numbers. Okay, so if we divide
0, 1.
45 by 2, yeah, 0 and 1. So without doing the mathematical calculation, there is a separate program. So if you write the program, you will get the binary value of that particular number. Okay, so that's the that's that type of operator, bitwise operators. Yeah, we'll discuss these operators in the next class. Okay, so you are understanding, right? No problem, right, till here? Hello?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, then I will send videos how to install Python. So once operators are done, we will slowly move into next topics. Okay.